Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. So I'm outside, getting my steps in. And this is where I do the most of my thinking. So as I'm walking, I'm thinking, I'm scrolling through my phone, trying to see what it is that I can do differently. I browse through social media. I actually browse through YouTube. I browse through TikTok. I'm always browsing, trying to get some ideas about what to do moving forward. But I also have these moments that come to my mind, and boy, I tell you, and sometimes these thoughts come to my mind when I'm sleeping, and I have to wake up and jot them down, because if I don't, I will surely forget. So anyway, this starter kit that we have, there is so much to gain from a starter kit, guys. I think a lot of you guys don't know how magical that starter kit is. I'm going to tell you about my own personal experience with my starter kit. Okay, when I started with Scentsy, it was in December of 2009, 2 days before Christmas. And you're thinking, wow, that's kind of off time. It was, because I was asked, well, somebody mentioned the opportunity to me, well, my friend, in October, but I didn't join until December because I was thinking, like, I'm just too busy. I don't have time to do this. I wasn't thinking about working it as a business. I just wanted to get the deals, okay? That's why I really signed up. But my friend who gave me a warmer before I received my kit, it was like magic in my house. I plugged that warmer in, and all the things that I used to spend money on, like, this was nothing at all like what I had with Scentsy. Nothing. So, and I'm a scent person. I spend a lot of money on fragrances. So, but when my kit arrived, it was like magic in that kit. I was also excited when I got my website. Like, oh, I'm official. I got a website. Oh, I really feel important now. But guys, the magic came when I got that starter kit. And I wasn't really working. I wasn't working Facebook at the time because I didn't know how. I only had 23 friends. So I really didn't know what I was doing on Facebook. I didn't even know what I was doing with Scentsy, to be honest, guys. One thing about this business is that Scentsy provides some amazing training in our workstation. My sponsor was new, so she couldn't teach me. So I had to go out there and figure it out myself. I wore that workstation out. And workstation training was not like it is now. It's so much easier now than it was then. It wasn't mobile back then. We had to work it from the computer because we had to download a program called Silverlight just to get it to work. So therefore, you couldn't work it out in the street. You couldn't work it on your phone. It was so different then. So I remember taking that warmer with me everywhere I went. I packed that warmer up in my testers. And we had big jar testers back then. They were heavy. So I took, during this time it was cool. It was in January when I was taking them around. I made a list of people who I've dealt with at some point in my life. Now, remember, guys, sometimes your family, sometimes your cousins, your siblings, your classmates, your church members, sometimes they don't support you right away. But you still reach out to them because, the answer's always no if you don't ask. So I just started doing this. Thought about all the people that I've supported in their business, and I went to them first, in addition to the other people. So I went to the car dealerships that I purchased cars from. I went to hair salons where I've gotten my hair done. I went to nail shops where I've got my nails done. I went to dry cleaners where I've got my clothes cleaned. I went to the doctor's and the dentist's office. And on top of that, I asked for referrals. So when I would go to houses and places like that, I would ask people, could I demonstrate? Could I plug it in? Can I show it to them? And if somebody allowed me to do that, guys, it was sold. This is what I did at the beginning. That's magic in that starter kit. People want the house to smell good. People like to smell good. And back then, all we had were wax and warmers. That was all we had. Guys, that kit was so magical. I sold over $3,000 in 30 days when I did that. There's so much magic in that kit. I know a lot of you guys don't show your kit. If people don't see it, they don't know it. So now that social media is the way it is, you can actually show it off by doing a selfie You can go live with it and do your own smelling. Let me tell you what else I did. I used to go to coffee shops. I used to go to Books A Million, and I would just sit at a table with my testers right there. So people can walk up and smell it and ask about it. And I would ask people for their opinion. Like, what do you think about this? I ain't asking about, what do you think about this? These are the things that I did, guys, at the beginning. It's the smelling that does the selling. It's the action that we take that makes a difference. I've seen so many people overthink this. Guys, you don't have to overthink this. All you got to do is take action. Make a move. Take action. That's what I did. Make some mistakes. You cannot get it right unless you make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes at the beginning. Remember, guys, I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't have an upline to go to. We didn't have Facebook group when I first started. We didn't have chats. The only resources that I had was my workstation and YouTube. Now, my sponsor is my friend. I love her to death, but she could not help me. I've heard people want to blame their sponsor, their upline. Guys, this is our business. This is our business to take action. If you're not taking action, nothing happens. If you don't do something, nothing happens. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. So I would say, put that foot forward. Put your foot forward and just move. You cannot make a mistake, guys, that can't be corrected. Go out there and make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, that's fine, because it lets me know you're doing something. But you're not going to get it right unless you go out there and do something. Now, whenever somebody come to my house, I'm going to always ask them to smell something. Yeah, invite people to your house. And again, if you don't invite people to your house, go to McDonald's. Go to Starbucks. Go to a bookstore and just sit down with your kid. Not the whole kid, because that's a lot of stuff. Just take a few testers and take something with you and ask people what their opinion is. Even in the grocery stores, guys, now, moving forward, get you some business cards. You can go to Scentsy in the workstation, Scentsy support, Scentsy consultant store and order some business cards. There are lots of videos on how to make little samples. Now, that's what I do. I have one out there myself. I use blueberry cheesecake as my signature scent. You just chop up the little wax, place it inside the plastic bag with your business card. People will hold on to that. Guys, remember to smell that sale. What are you doing with your starter kit? If you're a new consultant, guys, pull that kit out. Let that kit work for you. On Facebook and in person, get that kit out and ask people for referrals. You need this business because that's what you said. You said you need the extra income. Most of you. You said you need to have something to help support your family. Guys, magic is right there in your hand with that starter kit. It's just it's amazing how we look over this. And it's called a starter kit for a reason. It's designed for you to get started. So let's get started with your starter kit. If you haven't received it yet, be on the lookout for it because it's magical. There's magic in that kit. When I had my family here not long ago, I received some new testers. If you guys don't have your starter kit anymore because you've been around a long time like me, you can also use your bars. Or you can order testers if you want to. I rarely use my testers. I let people smell a few bars is how I do it. So, but it's good to have those testers. Now, I do have them. I rarely use my testers because, again, I have people to smell the bars. So, when people come to my house, I can pull those testers out and let people smell them. Boy, they get excited about it. Like my daughter-in-law and my grand princess, they had a ball. It was like they had a little party right there on my couch, smelling the scents. I even put it on YouTube because it was so cute. So invite a few people, a few friends to your house or somewhere. Let's do a meetup. You don't have to call it a party. Let's do a meetup. Have a fragrance event. Have something to celebrate. Doesn't matter what it is. Theme type events. Let people know what you're doing. So many of us are doing this and people don't know it. A lot of people don't even know what Scentsy is because we really haven't gotten the word out there enough. I run into this all the time where people don't know what Scentsy is, guys. Never heard of it. And I always tell people that we're not sold in stores. Our products come with a lifetime warranty. That is huge selling point. Nobody else offers that. Guys, you are introducing something pretty amazing to somebody. And it's going to make a difference in your family. It made such a difference in my family to this is all I do full time. I worked a job with State Farm for 37 years, and I'm not there anymore. But I'm working Scentsy full time. That should tell you that people love what we have to offer, but they won't know unless you show it to them. Now, everybody's not going to say yes, but you got to get started somewhere. People will say yes. Nobody will say yes if you're not sharing it, but you got to share it. And not only share it, you have to be consistently sharing it. It can't be a hit or miss. You got to be consistently doing something every day. Guys, I measure my time. Time is important. So in the mornings when I wake up, I use about 30 to 45 minutes in the morning. Because I have a team, it's a little different. But I use about 45 minutes in the morning sharing information with my team for training, sharing information with my customers, just out there on the social media world, sharing things in general. And I'm involved in so many different things. I'm a caregiver as well, taking care of all the things. So I measure to take about 45 minutes for what I do. But it shouldn't take you 45 minutes if you're new. Now, I remember when I first started, I took about 30 minutes in the morning. I utilized my break at work. And when I got home, I used another 30 minutes. You'd be surprised at how you can insert little things throughout the day with your business. But guys, don't sit on that kit. Don't sit on that kit. That kit is magical. That kit is gold. Don't sit on it. Go out there and share it with the world. Let people know how amazing the products are. Okay, guys, that's what I challenge you to do. You can totally do this, guys. I know you can. It worked for me. So I know it will work for you. Okay, take care, guys. Happy Friday.